Hey guys, another Demon Slot Reviews video here, and this is my super resistant Lotus Exiges, the V6 Cup R cars, and a custom paint job that I've done. And basically, I've done my own colour scheme where it's red, black, and white, and sort of opposite version on the other car. So the reason why I've done these is because we do our own little championship at home with some of the mates and stuff. So we have over the year, about 20 people is the most we've had do it over the year, so it's pretty good. But I like to customise my cars and have a car that I know is definitely my one out there, because sometimes we have got doubles of the same car, so it's kind of hard to tell which one's yours. So it's quite nice just to have your own one for definite and see which one is yours. So the reason why I picked the Lotus was because I haven't really had a car for more than a year. After the Audi, I had the Audi R8, and then I had that car for about 3 years. Then I moved to the McLaren MP4-12C for last year. Some of you may have seen the colour scheme, it was red, white and blue. And then I've moved on to the Lotus Exige. The main reason is because my brother used the McLaren as well, and it was getting to the point where 3 of the top 4 cars were McLarens and just walking away with it. So to be a bit fair, my brother's kept the McLaren, I've swapped to the Lotus, and so has the other person that was using the McLaren, which was Jake. So the front one here, number 22, is my car. I'm number 22 next year for 2015 because I picked the number, and it's got nothing to do with Jensen Byrne or anything. So it's just basically because I wanted 20, but I ran out of stickers, so I had to go for 22. And yeah, so I'm 22 because my brother actually won the championship in his McLaren, so that means I can't be number 1. I was number 1 for 4 years, so now I have to swap. But such is life, you know, I have to try again for 2015. But basically what I've done is had the number 7 Lotus Exige, rub it all down, spray it right, and then spray red, then the black. And obviously you need to put some tape on it as well. Just there, those little white stripes are tape as well. They're not like paint or anything. I've not got the patience to try and do that. Got just this white sort of tape, like edging tape, and I just cut it to the size I needed and stuck it on. And some of you may notice some of the stickers are all the start car stickers from all the other cars that they've done. So we've had so many of the start cars, and we've got like add-on bits. So we've got so many spare stickers. This was the first one I actually did, as you can see, because I've just done the whole front end black, because the cars now have started to change a bit, whereas there's a little bit more white on the front end of that one. And Scalextric used to do it so like the grills come out on the front. With this, on this car, it's pretty hard to do it on because the whole thing's sort of one mould. But for example, the Bentley Continental GT3 car, that's got the front grille, a bit like the Audis, but that doesn't pop out, it's all one mould. So Scalextric have gone back to sort of doing all one mould and then painting over some of the detailed bits. But yeah, that's basically what Scalextric have done there. They've just done one mould. The only bit where it isn't a mould is here. You can see I haven't actually put it back on my car yet, but there's just a black grille bit missing. It's all one piece, there's slots along the back there. When I first saw it, I thought it was all part of the bodywork, so I was like, great, I'm going to have to paint that. But no, it was actually just a add-on bit, which is pretty cool. The cars did start off with black wheels, and then I had one of the JGP rally ones, the RGT, and it had gold wheels. So what I did was I tested that one, and that one was pretty nippy little car, pretty fast and everything. So what I did was I just took the wheels off that and put them on these, and they grip a lot better, and they're quite actually fantastic little cars, because they did have 2 magnets in the front and back, but the car was just too strong and too grippy with that, and so we had to put it back just to 1 magnet, so the car does actually have a chance of falling off the track at some point. So yeah, and of course all the Lotus Exiges are 18,000 rev Sidewinder, so that's the pretty standard setup. They've got a magnet straight under the rear axle, which is what I like, and it just means it grips. I did have a problem at first with some of them bunny hopping, but it depends on the strength of the magnet really, because some of the magnets obviously vary, and but when I first started they were bunny hopping, so you'd full throttle it and it'd go like that, a bit sort of less dramatic, but you'd be able to hear it and see it. It'd sort of make it like that pattern noise as it was sort of coming off the ground, going back down. Then it would jump about twice at the most, but it was quite enough for it to affect it going off, as well as when you stop in a corner. So you're halfway through a corner, if you full throttle it, you're just going to hop straight out of the slot like that. So, out of the two, I picked that one. I quite like the red all over the rear segment of the car. But when I look at this one, I still think this one's probably the nicer out of the two, even though I'm racing that one. But this one sort of looks more like a classic Lotus. You can imagine that on the car, whereas this one, I don't know, it makes it look a lot longer and a lot different than an actual Lotus. I put a D on it, so I know it's mine. Even though they are kind of a significant difference in colours and stuff, it's still kind of hard to tell. But I thought that was quite a nice little personalisation touch. You probably see that on actual race cars as well. They'll have the driver's name on it. So I put a D for my name, Daniel, and then I've got a J for Jake on his car as well. So yeah, these are two nice little cars. I was going to do the videos separately, but I thought, why not do them together? They're both my JGP racing cars for 2015. I probably might only have these cars for 1 year, considering that the Z4's coming out, and if that's any good, then I'll be moving to that to next year, so keep an eye out for those. I'm actually going through colour scheme ideas for the Z4 when it comes out, because I'm that excited about it, so there will definitely be some sort of spray mock-up of a Z4. One final point, some of you may have noticed, it's actually, these cars are black and red and white, not blue, red and white. It's normally no colour scheme. If you want to have a look at some of the other cars that I've done, I've got a little playlist of all the colour scheme cars that I've done, and they are heavily red, white and blue cars. But yeah, hopefully you get some ideas and get inspired. If you've got any questions about how it's done, I will answer them. I have also got a video on it. It's quite a long video, but it's always worth having a look, showing you sort of the process of how it's done as well. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Please give the video a like, comment and subscribe. Don't forget to check out the MC Slot Diecast channel, and any comments you got, feel free to ask.